Good morning. Day one. I thought I would start a vlog about taking Xyrem for narcolepsy. I'm going to start it today, and I need it. Look at the state of these affairs. Sad state of affairs. Unwashed hair, dark circles under my eyes, huge bags. I'm the chubbiest I've ever been in my whole life, even more than when I was pregnant. Here's my little kid. Coffee doesn't even work. Makes me fall asleep. I use it anyway. I've got, I don't know how many more chins than I can count now. We're hoping Xyrem helps me sleep. So, anyway, it's a weird drug. There's a lot to say about it. I just did a little video and I was like, there is so much to say about this. I'm so disorganized. Nobody's going to want to listen to this. So I started again, and I'm just going to try to keep it short. Today's the first day. I'm, really looking forward to it. It's being FedEx today. I've got a 2-hour delivery window that I paid for, so I can get it because I'm busy today. And then tonight I start it. My doctor's going to titrate my dosage, so we're going to take a little more over a week or two and see what dosage works for me, but I have no idea what to expect. I had like an hour intake call with a nurse from the manufacturer, and there's a huge info packet. Look at this info packet. I thought this was a sample packet. No, of course not, because it's a class 3 narcotic. It came with a USB stick that's in my computer. It came with this big quick start guide. It came with 4 books of information. I think, look at this, and then I woke up. I think for something that's used as a date rape drug, that's not good marketing. I think they missed the mark there, guys. Anyway, Beer. Oh, here, thank you. There's your ticket. Here's your ticket. You can go. So I'm going to try to do these anonymously so no one comes and robs me of my fancy drugs. But you'll see my kid running around maybe. I'm trying not to keep it too not wearing a mask or using the anonymous effects here in photo booth. But yeah, I'm excited. Trying not to get my hopes up because I need some sleep, guys. This feels like when I had a newborn and I just wasn't getting any sleep. I was trying to think back. I was researching about narcolepsy, and it sounds like maybe I got it 10 years ago. I was trying to think back, when did I not feel this way, and when did I feel this way, and scooting the times closer together. And I think it was 10 years ago when I was in grad school. I had a sleep study done, and I was borderline narcolepsy, but I also looked up some scientific papers that showed the variability of the test results is pretty high. So one sample, one test, is not necessarily going to find it. It said that there's more false negatives than false positives, so you're more likely to have a sleep study say you're fine than to say you have narcolepsy when you really don't. So they were like, oh, you're borderline, so maybe I did have it then. But I did take a lot of naps during the sleep study, and I slept easily and quickly, and I dreamed, and those are big signs of narcolepsy. So and then in my evening sleep, this is also what's happening now. I just had a sleep study done a few weeks ago or something, and same results. And at night, I didn't get any deep sleep cycles. So they're like, yep, that's type 2 narcolepsy. Type 1 is where you have cataplexy, which means during the day, which means that you, when you get excited or whatever, you, fall over like a little dog. So I don't have that. So anyway, I also have major depression, and I'm on a bunch of drugs for that. Hopefully those don't interact with this. My psychiatrist calling the manufacturer of Xyrem to double check that he can still prescribe me and everything. I'm basically on some stimulants and Cymbalta and Rexulti. Yeah, you want to come up? Not right now. You can come up in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. So I wanted to do this vlog because when I was researching Xyrem and narcolepsy, I found either official information about Xyrem that was pretty much exactly the same as the manufacturer information, or I found like party drug sites that had information that a lot of it contradicted the facts from the manufacturers, so I didn't want to believe any of it, or didn't know what to believe on those sites, obviously. And then, there's so much information about what it is and how to take it and how not to take it that it's just kind of like, how am I going to feel on this? There was no information about how you're going to feel. I mean, they can't say it because, like, statistically, who knows how each person is going to feel. They only can say how people feel, in fractions of the whole. But I wonder, like, how sedated am I going to feel? Like, am I going to be able to wake up in the night? Like, will the smoke alarm wake me up? Should it wake me up? If it does wake me up, does that mean I'm not taking enough to get the deep sleep I need? If my dosage at first is too low and I am not sedated, what am I going to feel instead? Aside from possible side effects, like, why do people take this? What am I going to feel? And nobody says anything about that on the official sites. And don't you think I should know? Like, am I going to feel high and trippy like I'm on acid? Am I going to feel happy like I'm on E? Am I going to feel jittery like I'm on speed? Like, those are, I guess, side effects, right? And, like, those are nowhere. So I have no idea what to expect during this ramp-up process. Also, it's a huge lifestyle change. And my sleep doctor was like, no alcohol ever. And I'm like, you mean blood alcohol 0 by the time I go to bed? She's like, ideally, no alcohol ever. And the info packet says, like, stop drinking alcohol. Let me show you the picture. I don't know where it is going to take me a minute. Well, it basically says give up alcohol. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm a 40-year-old woman with a kid and, a marriage. And, like, alcohol is all I've got to get by sometimes. Like, you gotta have a vice sometimes in life. You gotta have something makes you happy. And, if you see my house, we've got, like, the fancy, like, cabinets with all the bitters and the fancy cocktails. We love going to the fancy, liquor store with all the, like, craft cocktail stuff. Here we go. Give up alcohol. Take it without food. Not just eating until you pass out at night. What? That's a lifestyle change. And then, talk to your family and get support, because this implies, it's going to be totally different. So, yeah, that's huge. And my doctor was just like, yeah. And it's like, that's not, well, I'm going on vacation with my family for 3 weeks. We're going to be, like, in Paris. We're going to not drink wine, like, in Paris. Like, that's huge. We've got nice bottles we've bought from places, like commemorative bottles and stuff. So, yeah, I'm not a huge boozer, but I like alcohol. And then not eating for 2 hours before you take it means, like, now I have alarms in my phone to say, stop eating now, stop drinking coffee now, wake up now, take your pill now, or take your medication now, and then I have to wake up in the night and take it again. Can you believe that? I'm assuming anybody who watches this is, like, interested in what it's like to take Xyrem, and so you'll know a little bit about it, so I'm not going to go over, like, everything right now. Maybe in the description, I'll put some basic info in case people stumble on this and wonder what the hell. And I'll, probably go over stuff little by little in each video. But anyway, the beginning, I have all these questions. And I found, like, a Facebook group with support, but I don't really spend a lot of time on Facebook or like it. And so I, don't really want to use that. And it was just hard to find anything. So, and I'm like, I have a pocket shrink on my phone. There's this thing called ThinkSpace, where they set you up with it's like a mental health service. They set you up with, like, a licensed therapist, and instead of going into the office every week for an hour, you can like chat by video or text or video, voice, or text. And so that's super handy. But yeah, I talked to her about it a little bit, but yeah, I have more questions and thoughts to talk about. So we'll do this. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how things change. We'll see how I feel. I had a dream last night about, practically being date raped. I guess I'm kind of worried about what it's like to be sedated, and have a lot of sympathy for what that feels like. Can't say I understand what it feels like because it was just a dream, but man, it's weird to think like you're going to be taking something that puts you out. A narcotic sedative. Sounds scary. That's like the kind of stuff that, Marilyn Monroe died on. And I'm taking so many pills now. Between my pills for depression, I have 4 prescriptions for depression. One of them I take twice a day. So it's 5 pills. Plus I gotta take this twice a night. I want to be like Prince or Michael Jackson and die in my sleep because I was on all this medication. So I'm trying to make sure that all of my health care providers know, like, everything that's going on with all the other ones, which is good. I got to go get a checkup from my regular doctor because Xyrem has a lot of sodium, and I don't have any problems with sodium or high blood pressure, but, I'm due for pap smear anyway, so I'm going to do my checkup with her and talk to her about it. So, day 1. Uh-oh. I got a potty training kid running around. Naked potty training kid. So I guess I'm going to say I got to get ready for work. So we'll be done for today. But I'm excited to see what happens. Day 1, super nervous. Having weird dreams. Nervous dreams. Don't know what to expect. Trying not to get my hopes up because I've been struggling with finding between insurance and testing medications for different things. Like, you just feel like a walking experiment sometimes. So I don't want to get my hopes up because my experience is, you try things, but they don't always work. So, yeah, I guess leave a comment if you have any questions and I can answer them.